We are going off the rails. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show dedicated to Disney and tangents. I am your host and conductor, Frank, and joining me as passengers on this ride today, we have Rhino.
Hello.
We have Jackie Gailey.
Hi there.
And we have Denny
Hey there.
Sunderly.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Okay. Fantastic. And in this week's episode, we are going to continue our series on appreciating parts of Disney's Animal Kingdom, and hopefully at some point in time we'll get an update on our Pizza Hut franchise. We'll just have to wait and see for that. We'll get to that update.
Okay.
We'll get to that, because before we get to that, we have to get to our actual sponsor, Dreams Unlimited Travel. If you like our content and you want to support us, please consider booking a trip through Dreams Unlimited Travel. It costs you no extra money, and you get the world-class support of a Dreams Unlimited Travel agent. So head over to dreamsunlimitedtravel.com today for a free, no obligation quote. Now, I think the best way to introduce this week's episode would probably be like screaming, Sivako! Because this time around,
yes.
What?
Boo.
Boo?
Boo.
Okay, wow. Well, this is an appreciation episode, Rhino, so...
Oh, yay!
Yay!
Just kidding.
We'll get to that positivity in just a little bit.
Travelers, Caltech.
Yeah, let's somebody get out their Navi dictionary. I know one of us has to own one, or it's probably somewhere online. We'll just steal someone else's. But anyways, today we are appreciating Pandora, the world of Avatar. And if Jackie wasn't paying attention there, no, Jackie, we are not talking about Pandora the jewelry today. I know you want that. You talked about that very highly in the Main Street episode.
Yes.
You did.
I would like that.
Yeah.
I would prefer a show about Pandora the jewelry
Yeah. I mean,
than Pandora the world of Avatar.
well, you can just randomly bring it up at points in time.
Perfect.
When you're finally like, I don't really care about this anymore, so why don't they sell Pandora in Pandora?
In Pandora.
A question probably people have asked already.
It would only make sense. I mean,
It's true.
I feel like it's a miss. They missed the boat on that
they
one.
completely missed it.
Yeah, a lot of synergy
Yeah.
potential there.
That mountain must have sailed on by.
Well, who used the quote, they missed the boat? I need to know who said the boat. Okay. Rhino, do you want to know what's very ironic about that?
That one of the attractions has a boat.
Well, coming in at number 19, the first attraction we're going to talk about today on Casey Kasem's Countdown, we have a Navi River Journey. Journey deep into a bioluminescent rainforest in search of the Navi Shaman of Songs. I can't believe that that's literally what the description is that you're supposed to journey through there specifically to look for the shaman.
That's
And
it.
You know what? If we're talking about positivities and good things about Navi River Journey, it is that shaman.
Oh my gosh.
Next.
Cannot miss that.
Yeah.
You can't even miss it. You can't help but miss it because there she is.
And she is amazing. The shaman.
I think the shaman's a man.
Oh,
That's
good.
okay.
Oh, did I? Okay.
They are.
Yeah, I don't know. They're
We'll
blue.
go
so I don't
there.
know.
I don't either. Yeah.
They're amazing. That animatronic, and when it's working, extremely fluid.
Is it
so
a boy
cool.
or a girl? I mean, it doesn't matter.
I thought that it was female.
I think
I-
you might be right.
I thought
I'm
it was
sorry.
female too. I've always called
But
it.
I
No,
don't
I
want
think you
to
guys are right. I don't want to
assume.
assume. I don't know. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
business. I don't know. It's business. We haven't launched tails ever.
What's the quote from Jurassic Park when you just go and lift up their skirts?
What do
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you just go and lift up the dinosaur skirts?
And you look.
There you go.
There you go.
I hate this.
I'm
whole
not
part of
doing
the
that.
Conversation. I'm so sorry I did this. I didn't mean to second guess you.
Don't worry, we'll edit it out.
Go ahead. That'll be great. I hope all the listeners can hear the wind from his head shaking back and forth.
Yeah.
Rhino, do you want to describe what I just did for the audio listeners out there?
There's it looks like, when the clowns get really sad at some parts. Like he's
He's a sad clown.
I can't do that.
But the song,
Send in the
that
clowns.
song, it's really.
I
just can't.
Yeah.
Steve used to do a really good version of it.
it.
I haven't done this ride in forever.
I've only been on it once. One single
Really?
only time. Yep.
It needs to be longer. And I know we're supposed to be positive. I would like it to be longer.
This makes it positive.
Yes. I would really like it for it to be a longer attraction.
Yeah. I felt like it was over in 30 seconds.
My positive contribution is, though, yes, I agree. The animatronic is incredible.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
is.
it's been a while since I have done Navi River Journey, probably since that parks reopened and like you could still walk onto it. But you know what? I don't know. It's one of those attractions where, yes, there are things you could critique about it. It is, if you're waiting over 30 minutes for it, it is such a short experience that it's hard to feel like your time was valuable in that. But you know what? I don't know. It's still like, it is a pretty ride to look at. And
That's what I like
I've
about it.
always wondered when I look at wicker chairs if they could float. And this attraction tells me that wicker will float. Wicker weighs less than water. Wicker.
It's a science
water
corner
basket.
Yes.
with Craig.
So, and because it floats, it's a goose and a duck, and therefore it's not a witch.
If it sinks, it's a witch.
Yes.
Yeah. What are we talking about?
Monty
Witches.
Python and the Holy Grail.
Oh, okay. I thought we were just
We're
like
talking about grails now, I believe.
Well, while we're at it, I have some investment opportunities for people. If you love pizza,
What a good segue.
I feel like it has to come up more natural than that. This one felt cheap.
$367,000 for
My
the
goodness.
Oh, is that
traditional
all?
investment. If you want to do non-traditional, it's $40,000.
Oh, that's all.
Well, what does that mean?
Traditional,
Non-traditional.
non-traditional, I think, is like in a mall, like a food court or a gas station or something.
Or if you
There's
can find
no maitre d in a mall
No.
food court.
No, God, no. We got to have sit down or sit down or bust.
or nothing.
but
I
can we
mean,
find like a
I don't even want
non-traditional,
delivery.
like connect it to the Taco Bell and do a Pizza Hut Taco Bell?
Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, KFC, they're all owned by the same company.
Yes, Yum.
not the same.
Yum
Yeah, Yum.
brand.
Yum
But
brand.
I only like Pizza Hut Taco Bell combinations. I'm not as much of a fan of like the KFC Taco Bell combinations or a KFC Pizza Hut. I'm a Taco Bell Pizza Hut. That was what ours was growing up. It wasn't even a combination Pizza Hut Taco Bell. It was a Taco Bell that then one day they're like, we're going to start cooking pizzas. So they would only have the small personal pan pizza that you could order and put it through there. It wasn't a full combo.
We gotta have the legit pizza
Buffet.
Hut.
Yeah, we need the buffet.
Yeah.
It says 375,000 to 2,063,000. I don't think we're in the 2 million range.
2 million?
Yeah.
It's a little rich for our blood.
Yeah.
I mean, what is that like putting a Pizza Hut on Beverly Hills? Rodeo Drive?
Honestly, it could be. Yeah, sorry. Like,
On the moon?
Yes.
on the moon.
Putting a
With
Pizza Hut on the
cheese?
moon?
Sorry.
Hi.
That is
If the moon was made of Pizza Hut, would you eat it?
What is that from?
It's Will Ferrell doing Harry
right.
Carey on
Yeah.
SNL. Hey, if the moon was made of barbecue spare ribs, would you eat it? Hell, I know I would, and I'd wash it down with a cool Budweiser.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I think we've said many positive things about Navi River Journey. The shaman, what we think the shaman may be in terms of male, female, or just alien. Are they aliens? Is that what a?
Well, we're on their planet, so technically we're the aliens.
True.
Oh.
If we're using that term
Wow.
in the way it was, yeah. We're the visitors.
That's deep.
These
It's
are
really
deep thoughts.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whatever they are, they've got a tail, and we know what that tail do.
That's right.
It helps connect them to what we are going to technically ride on
Mountains.
in our number 20 pick, Avatar Flight of Passage. Fly on the back of a mountain banshee during an exhilarating 3D ride above this vast moon. I don't know why I got like Southern
I don't
with that.
know
I'm
either.
really confused by that.
Yeehaw!
Very
I
silly.
think that's it. It
Grab
feels
your
like-
banshees, everyone. Get ready to do-si-do.
So, what is there to say about Flight of Passage? One of the most immersive queues of any of the queues at Walt Disney World. And just a stunning queue. If you have to wait in line, why wouldn't it be this line? It's got insides, it's got outsides, it's got mountains that are floating, it's got bioluminescence, it's got a freaking avatar in a tube just floating around. It's got it all.
Pretty darn cool. The queue is really
Yeah.
amazing.
It is.
I like that part where it's like when you're in the mountain part, but then you get to where they had built like the industrial part in the mountain.
Yeah.
Like that transition that happens right before
Yep.
the lab is
Well,
there.
yeah, because you see where it's like they're more how the Savi would burrow out their caves, but then how it transitions then into this company that has taken over operations there. And in terms of the ride experience, I know it's not for everyone because some people get motion sick, and I understand why. I've ridden it so many times now that it's hard for me to actually pay attention to the actual attraction if I'm not sitting in the very middle. If I'm stuck on the ends, I pretty much spend the entire ride just turned around watching how bouncy the floor is going up and down, because you don't really realize it when you're in the moment. It feels so fluid, but you're dropping, probably 5 or 6 feet down and bouncing back up, and it's really fascinating technology.
It is. I like watching I'll turn, it's kind of the same thing, but I'll turn and watch the other rows of people, doing the same thing I'm doing. This attraction is just, I really enjoy it. It's so cool. Is it something that I'm like, oh, I got to go and write it again? Am I doing it first thing? No, but that's because we have the luxury of living here. If I was visiting, that is definitely one I'd make a beeline for at Park Open and make sure that I was able to check that off my list and enjoy that. Because it is just really, really cool. Do you have to watch the movie in order to get the full enjoyment out of the attraction?
No.
What do you guys think?
No, I don't
not
think
at all.
So. I
No.
think you
Okay.
never have to have seen it. Maybe. I mean, the only thing is like, no, I feel like you kind of get explained enough, like what the blue people are and how you're connected to the point where it. Well, I don't want to be negative. Yeah, I was going to say to the point of nausea in the pre-show.
Yeah, the pre-shows I think sell the perfect example of what's happening. And I mean, yeah, it is a little confusing. It's like, okay, are we about to go ride, or we're getting avatars who are all riding the same Banshee as we're going around? Yeah, it's like I understand how it could it would be confusing even if you saw the movie in that way. It's one of those things, turn off your mind, be like, okay, I'm riding on the next level motion simulator past what Soren what Soren has already done in Star Tours before that, and you're at this next level of how to push this technology, and it's got the awesome James Horner score, I believe, with it, and I always get the different composers.
He died.
He was. Yeah,
He was one of, I think, in like the plane crash. Wasn't he
say
on like
you're
a personal plane crash? His like personal plane or something like that.
Yeah,
I remember when I feel like it was one of those like, I can't believe that just happened sort of a thing. Like,
I think you might be right about that, but I something about that soundtrack, the smells. There's that moment when you come to your rest for a second and you're in the bioluminescent
plane
forest.
Did crash, yes, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, and it is his score. I'm sorry, I checked too. So
no, it's that moment always when you just feel the banthy.
The banthy in your panthy.
Gross. Well, speaking of that, I was gonna say when you feel that banshee just breathing right between your legs and pushing them out, and
fantastic.
It's just I don't know.
I do like the smells. I will say they blast you with those smells, and that's where it's like I feel like they have definitely, that attraction mastered that combination of like smell and sensory stuff. Regardless of how I feel about the attraction overall, I will give it that. Yeah.
Well, and I'd even pull it in. I think we said a lot of good stuff about the attraction. We can still weigh in more if we have to, but like I really want to oversell how much I love the music in the land in general. You can listen to the soundtrack on all the big streaming services, and it is perfect music. Yes. And I even the Navi River Journey music, like I love it. It just all comes together. And this land is just so spectacularly beautiful. I know we're more talking about the attractions and stuff, but overall, like there is no amount of times I can walk in there without my jaw dropping over how stunning the entire architecture is in here and how realistic everything looks. And it feels like you truly are in a different world, and I will never stop being amazed by it. And it's just as pretty during the day as it is at night, even though it's a little dark, and the bioluminescence never really was the big sell that they wanted to make of it. It's still just it's stunning.
It's really beautiful. I've only been in Pandora a couple times, but it is really beautiful, especially at nighttime. I really love the look of it. I never rode Flight of Passage. I went there and I was going to ride it when it first opened, but there was a big problem with getting the latch. And I wrote a whole article about it. It was a whole big thing. I've heard over the years that that issue has been resolved and the cast members are more familiar with how to do things. So, but I'm not sure if I would ever go on that ride, but just because I don't love the motion thing. But the actual land is so gorgeous that I don't even mind not going on that attraction because it's just so beautiful. And when you hear the water rushing, and just the plants are so cool, and just everything about it is just really, you feel like you're literally in another world.
Yeah, and I would think that the people who designed it, like you were saying, it's not necessarily, we were talking about the attractions, but the land itself is absolutely an attraction because everything that you said and everything that you said, Jackie, is yes, it's so different and otherworldly and just beautiful.
Yeah.
It's almost like a nice little oasis. I know we have another part of the park called the Oasis, which is nice. But this is an oasis as well. And I love it.
Rhino, thoughts?
It's nice.
Okay.
We're just talking about the land in general or still the attraction?
Yeah, just the land in general.
It's fine. I like the green beer.
That's not the land in general. That would be what we would talk about once we get to Pongu or Satu'li Canteen. We're talking about the land in general. Say one nice thing about the land, Rhino.
There's a lot of plants.
Okay, which ones do you like? Point them out.
The ones that spit the water.
That one.
Okay.
Blue, other blue plant, purple, green plant.
Okay, fantastic. Rhino, your dedication to this show is always
I am looking up
admirable.
words in Navi to be able to...
Is Pizza Hut?
To help. Yeah, I'm looking up
Navi.
pizza. Because what would we call it if we were on this planet?
Okay, give me one Navi. Do I keep calling? I called them Savi like 3 times.
Yeah,
during
like
this,
they're
didn't
building
I?
lightsabers.
I'm just realizing that now. I did, and
Yes.
it did not even like click with me in the moment. But I absolutely said Savi like 3 times, maybe more. I said you saw the Savi in the tank just floating around.
That's right.
A man was building a lightsaber for someone and just got captured in a water tank.
Amazing, just
Help!
amazing.
Running around. Hey, mommy, why is that man stuck in the tank? No, I said an avatar with that. I didn't even say Navi for that.
There you go.
I was trying to look to see how to say "shut up" in Navi because you said "shut up" before. It's very hard. I don't think I have the tongue for it. Oh, sorry. Stu. I'm reading from the dictionary.
One more time.
I said it backwards. Hold on. Let me find the other. Hold on. Because shut is T-S-T-U. Tsu.
Wow.
And then
T-S-T-U.
T-S-T-U. And then up is... Oh my gosh. Hold on. Up is... Nope. Okay, sorry. There's a million UP words in here. I just had it.
It's a vast.
Oh, Faka.
What? We can say that.
F-A-K-A. I am telling you, and it has 2 little lines over both A.
Oh.
Faka. Faka. How do you say it?
Oh my.
Listen, right now I'm just trying to decide what to do with this.
cut
Do I
this or
cut
not.
that
It means
out?
go
Do
up
I bleep
or
it?
ascend. So technically, I don't even think that's the right shut up.
I just don't even. I don't know what to do.
F 2 dots over A, K 2 dots over A. I didn't
2
say a
dots.
bad word.
So are we talking about like
2 dots?
So we're talking
dots.
about an umlaut, like a
yeah,
German
Zoe.
umlaut.
Zoe.
2 things.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
Zoe. But so I don't know how I would change how to say an A that way.
Because it's not a long A, because that would be a line. What is
I
it,
bet
2
you're not
dots?
feeling very fumpamonga right
you
now,
go.
which means healthful mentally.
Okay. Well, I'll figure this all out later, and we'll put a pin in this.
I didn't make this language up.
Listen, you didn't make it up, but you took us down this road. So
you asked me to read it.
You know what? I did, and for that, I own it, and I apologize to
it's your
everyone
fault.
out there. So, okay, coming in at number 21, Pongu, home of green beer, home of non-green beer, home
Lumpia.
of margarita, home of lumpia.
Lumpia and Night Blossom.
Yes.
So good. So sweet.
Yeah.
Woo.
I mean, listen, if we're talking quick service stands, not quick service, I call this a kiosk of sorts.
Sure.
Not really. It's a kiosk. We'll just call it a kiosk. It's hard to beat this kiosk. However, I am an impatient man, and usually these lines are super long. So if I'm getting the green beer, I'm just doing a mobile order for Satu'li Canteen and picking it up inside. It's usually a lot quicker. But you can't mobile order lumpia, and it is just so good.
Here's the thing about the green beer, too, about this spot specifically, is I always like to look where you can get the most bang for your buck at Walt Disney World, and I do actually think the green beer is one of those, because as of right now, on this menu online right now, it says that the green beer is 22 ounces, so it's a larger pour than most places in the park, and it is $10.50. So,
wow.
And that is a non-tipped location, too, so your actual beer will come out to be like $11 or something like that. Like at Baseline Tap House, I think it's $10.50 as well for the 20 ounce, 16 versus 20, and then
22 there
you obviously
as well.
Is it 22?
Yeah.
Okay, then you obviously tip on that as well. So not that you're trying to cheap anybody out, but if you're looking for a place, I feel like in Animal Kingdom, we said in another video, Nomad Lounge can be expensive, but what's nice about here is that I feel like it's a pretty good drink. For
It
what
is.
you get.
It's really
Exclusive,
tasty,
too.
and it's a perfect themed beer. And then to contrast that to Galaxy's Edge, it's the 16-ounce beers there are $13.50.
$13.50.
So
my word.
it's
crazy.
Yeah, so that's I love the Galaxy's Edge beers, but I can't justify it when I can say I can walk right outside and go to Baseline Tap House and get another 6 ounces for less money.
Yeah.
And even with a tip, it's still, it's just,
Wow.
I don't know with it, but I'm right there with Rhino. Pongu, get the green beer there, get your lumpia, do it the right way.
Yeah.
Eating good in the neighborhood. That's what I say. Okay.
Do you want me to say that in the language?
No.
Okay.
I don't ever want to hear you speak in the Sabi language ever again.
Sabi.
In the Sabi lightsaber language?
Yes, I'm hoping they picked up on that time. I did that.
Crystal.
I know what I said. My gosh, I might go back and edit everything I said and be
Oh.
like, Navi!
My word.
Yeah, I just got a
Navi.
voiceover. And then I was hearing everything. Navi!
Navi!
It'll be very like watching you on TBS.
Yeah. I had to do that in a video recently where I completely butchered the pronunciation, like to the point that even Fiasco probably would have made fun of me for it.
Which
it was,
video? Because now I have to find out.
I'm not telling.
Oh my
I'm not
gosh.
telling.
Rude.
No. So I had to though, and I layered it in with. Luckily when I eat and do dining reviews, I never stop recording, and so I was able to try to match the exact volume that I was speaking in the video, but then I had, while I was like just sitting eating, I had the background ambient noise. So I then put my voice over top of the ambient and I tried to mix it as well as I could. It wasn't perfect, but luckily it matched my mouth perfectly, so I feel like it kind of sold the moment a little bit, but yeah.
Also, I don't think anyone pays attention enough. I've learned to accept that. They would tell that you had said it wrong, but they won't notice that the sound dipped in and out.
Not at all.
For sure. But okay, moving on to number 22, Satu'li Canteen. Let's be real. If you're dining quick service at Disney's Animal Kingdom, you're dining Satu'li Canteen.
Yes.
It's the bee's knees.
It is.
It's the best.
So good.
Even if you're not planning on dining in Pandora, you kind of should make it a point to head there for Satu'li Canteen because it is just that good. Those cheeseburger pods.
The
Oh
bomb.
my gosh.
Oh, they're the best.
I'll be honest. The quality kind of went downhill with those a little bit.
Oh, did
I
it
feel like
really?
the last
I
time
just
I
had them a couple weeks ago. I enjoyed them.
I think Denny, I think you get a joy out of food that I do not. And so you tend to enjoy things more often than I do. No, I think the cheeseburger pods are a staple, and it's something that everyone should try at least once. But I'm anytime now, though, with the cheeseburger pods, it's like I could have a 50-50 guess on whether this batch will be good, or I can just go and get a bowl and have my own combination bowl that I know will be the best every single time. It's just, it's too easy.
Well, and there's options, like vegetarian, vegan options with the bowls.
I like the crispy tofu. It's good. I wish they would just, legit, I wish you could just get like a side of it and then like dip it in the sauces. I really think that would be an interesting snack.
Yeah, that was the hardest thing. Was the very first time I got to eat there. It was with Corey during a media day, and they gave everything for us at Satu'li Canteen, served family style, and it was like, I'll be honest, I wish that was an option that you could just have everything like brought, and you get to build, like for an absurd amount of money, and just have all of the options that you could try.
They used to do that.
Did they?
Yes. It was I'm
remembering.
There was a family option. It was like
because it had like
$72 or something like that.
It came with like chips or something on the side or something like that too. I think. Yeah, it was like a platter.
There was like a shareable.
I don't remember that at all.
Because I think you were supposed to choose a couple of the things. So it's not like everything, but you got more than the option you would get in the regular.
It was
one.
a family platter. It serves 4.
I just don't remember that at all.
Way back in 2017,
and it was $75.
Yep.
Why wouldn't they bring that back? It's such a brilliant idea,
and it allows for up to 48 possible combinations.
Yeah. It's like riding Star Tours.
Yeah,
you got to do all those combinations.
Yep.
All those savvy, they're at it again.
That's true.
Yep. So you have to sit there and write it all out on that graph paper that we used to get in elementary school. Write it all out, and then each of the 70 of the 48 possible things, and then check them off as you go. Yep. It's a competition.
Okay. Fantastic.
Let's start a petition.
Now I'm just sad that I did it the one time, obviously.
Had it.
I did it the best way. I had it for free.
That's true.
But I wish I would have. I'm just bummed. I'm bummed.
I wonder, it could be that they bring it back, though, now that they're starting to bring back things that were...
Yeah, but we don't know when that went away. That could have been a thing where they only had it for a couple months after opening and decided not enough people were eating it that way, so why have that? Because remember, there was a point in time where they took cheeseburger pods off the menu, too.
That's right.
So,
but you could still order them in person.
On the kids' menu, right?
No, you could ask for the adult portion.
Oh, nice.
Because those were the lean times. I was really scared that first time that I went, when I heard they'd taken them off the menu. I went and I said... I just stood there in front of the cast member, and I think Brian chimed in at one point and said, she would like to know if there's a way to go ahead and get an adult size meal of the cheeseburger pods. And I just stood there please say yes. And he said, oh, yeah, we do that.
I'm picturing how adorable that must have been. Because
he had to speak for me because I just kind of went, oh.
I don't know how to say this, but I miss those.
Yeah.
Standing on the side with his brass knuckles. Tell me you can't do this.
Please. Make it work. Make it work.
Oh, I love that.
So, Denny, I'm going to call on you for number 22 because my computer died.
Oh, dear. So number 22 is Satu'li. So number 23, the very last thing on the list. I'm sorry, I can't do Casey Kasem.
You got to do Casey Kasem.
I can't. Come
on, Denny.
So the last thing on today's list. I can't even do
it. Well, let's explore it a little more. Keep going with it.
Yeah. Is Wind Traders.
I guess there wasn't really much left to it. But
Number 23 on your top 40 countdown is Wind Traders coming in hot. So, yeah. What do you think of Wind Traders?
I like glow-in-the-dark stuff, and you can find it here.
Bioluminescence.
Bioluminescent stuff, and you can find it here.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, and, of course, you can take home your own Banshee.
Yes.
Can you still do the thing where they scan you to look like the action figure?
I was going to ask that if they ever brought that back.
I don't know.
The thing's still there, but I feel like it's never operating anytime I've gone to check. Just curious.
We might need a shopping video.
Yeah, right. I don't think I have a budget on those. But I do think that would be cool. I mean, if that is a thing, why don't we all have our own versions of those?
Right.
Yeah. We
We
should.
need that.
Because they're expensive.
I'll check. I'll check again next time I go.
You remember when you used
That's
to have
cool.
to queue in the line to even get into Wind Traders?
Oh
when
my
the
gosh.
land
Oh,
was
yeah. Remember when
Yeah.
everybody
New?
was going crazy for the Banshees
Yes.
and everything
Yes.
like that?
Yes.
The Banshees are back in the Rookery in there.
Yeah.
That's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
You got it.
And
I'm impressed.
But I don't know if they sell as much as they used to. I still see people wearing them and
I
stuff.
see him. I see him around whenever. I mean, I'm not at the
Yeah.
parks as often as you guys, obviously, but I see him around.
Not like you used to, though.
Yeah.
Like you used to see, a 10-year-old with a banshee on his shoulder every other kid, but
Yeah.
not every other kid, but more frequently
lot
than
more.
I do now.
Well, and now they've got Remy and they've got the Orange Bird, so
Yeah.
they've got like super popular characters now that
Yeah.
you can have on your shoulder.
That's true.
So
That's true. That don't cost what, $99? How
Right.
much are those banshees?
Well, we
expensive.
tried to figure it
Yeah,
out
I
during
agree.
that shopping video and never got any answer.
They're
Okay.
not priced. The box wasn't priced anywhere or anything like that. So I don't know if the price is
I
changing
mean,
or
can
what
you
the
really
deal is.
put a price on a banshee?
Can one really tame
Disney
a
would say
Banshee?
yes.
yeah, they would.
I will say this: the gift shop, years now. How many years has this been open? 5 years almost now.
Yep.
Is that there is still merchandise in there that is related to Avatar, and I don't know how many times we've seen merchandise gift shops open and then eventually have like little to no. Like merchandise that ends up having to do with that. I feel like that's what started to happen at California Adventure. They had the Guardians gift shop has slowly become just a Marvel gift shop.
Yes.
And I'm like, this used
You're
to be
right.
all Guardian stuff.
Yeah, I think
what
that'll
happened?
stay with Avatar, though. I mean, as the new movies come out and such, it's just they're going to make more with
That's
it.
true.
And I mean, you can't, since it's its own brand, you can't really just throw other things in there without it feeling unnatural. And I mean, way back to when it first opened, you weren't supposed to even be able to buy anything Pandora related outside of
Yes.
Pandora, the world of Avatar. And I think that literally changed on day one. There was stuff available outside of the land, and then it's like, well, but you don't get the gift bag. You don't get the themed gift bag outside of the land. It's like, oh,
But I got
Mercy
my
me.
shirt that I still wear today outside of the land. They had it in Island Mercantile, and so it's all good. Like,
don't have any.
yeah, you didn't get the bag, but whatever.
I feel like it's not as out of place for that merch to be outside of the land, but I feel like it would be so odd if they had other merch that wasn't related to Pandora inside Wind Traders. I feel like that would just be weird.
and
So-
I don't think we ever have to worry about that.
Yeah.
You know what? Rhino does make a good point with Guardians and Marvel out in Disney California Adventure, but I think we're safe on Pandora, the world of Avatar. And with that, we have also exhausted this conversation on Pandora.
Caltech travelers.
World of Avatar. Good. Give us another new word, Rhino, besides your Calte. Sivako!
Sivako! I don't know. I don't even know what that means.
Savi's Workshop!
Kyber questions!
I believe Sivako is it's the
I think it's the fly. It's the because don't they yell it when they're
it
on
has
the ride?
it has something to do with the rite of passage. It's like with all that.
Yeah. Calte means welcome, though. I'm pretty sure.
Rise to the challenge.
Rise to the challenge. That's yeah. I'll be honest. I was the one person who didn't understand the irony of flight of passage being your rite of passage, even though they specifically.
I didn't until this very second.
No, they specifically say it in the one of the pre-show videos. Dr. Jackie Ogden says it at one point in time. Like, this flight is a rite of passage. And I'm like, I guess I never paid attention to this video out of all those times because it took me
excruciating.
years to figure out.
neither.
I think that is part of it. That the first pre-show is so laborious to get through that by the time you get to Dr. Jackie Ogden, is that her name even?
Yeah.
Or am I doing another
you're right.
Savi
Yeah, no, Ogden.
situation here? Savi Navi situation.
Her name is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Dr. Kenobi.
When that Obi-Wan Kenobi walks in and tells you, "Hey, we're gonna ride on the back of a dewback," that's the name of the creature, right?
Yeah, he's the
Sure.
little slopey guy.
Yeah, that is it, right? Now I feel
that.
crazy. I hate not having my computer available because I can't
Okay,
Google
Greg,
We're
anything.
always
Craig,
keeping you, Craig.
Well, Nagtika Meya. I see you.
Oh.
I see you.
Yeah, it's a do that.
I hate you. I hate you. Okay, we're back on the rails. Thank you so much to this amazing group for having this very strange conversation with me. And thank you all at home for listening and watching. If you enjoyed this and you want to support us but don't want to support us by starting a Pizza Hut franchise, hey, you could always consider booking a trip through Dreams Unlimited Travel. Get a free no obligation quote today at dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. You could always hit the thumbs up on YouTube, subscribe, and leave comments, questions, and video suggestions in the comment section. And if you're listening, you can subscribe to Off the Rails wherever you listen to podcasts. And if it's through Apple Podcasts or Spotify, you can leave ratings and reviews. And that's it. So we hope you really enjoyed.
And that's it.
And that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Yo.
Okay.
Means
Stop.
thanks.
Stop it. Stop it. Okay. We'll see you again next week. Next time we go Off the Rails. Take care. Bye-bye.